If you're visiting Halong Bay, it is unlikely that the idea of taking a cruise would not have come to your mind. Arguably, there's no better way of enjoying the breathtaking beauty of the limestone islands that dot the area and have found place in UNESCO's 7 Natural Wonders of the World. In this video, I will not only take you on a cruise with us, and in doing so, I will also try and answer possible queries and doubts that often arise while planning something similar. So let us begin from, the beginning. We booked a cruise online, and like all middle class tourists, if I may add, after a lot of deliberation. Given that overnight cruise ships are substantially more expensive than the relatively more modest, simpler day boats, it was not a decision made in haste. So, all the usual things like comparing sites, finding the best deal with a possible cashback, etc., were explored. I also made sure that we had a long enough window for cancellation just in case the need arose. This is very important, especially when you spend a major chunk of your accommodation budget in one go. We went in for an overnight cruise instead of 2 nights, given the other options we wanted to explore. That is something I will describe in later videos. On the day of the cruise, we took a cab from Baiche area from a hotel for Tuan Chau. In case you are traveling from Hanoi, it makes sense to use the mini buses called limousines all across the country for some reason. Most major cruise offices are located in this area. In a way, it is the fish market of cruises, with cabins lined up just off the bay to receive and see off passengers. With formalities quickly out of the way, by midday, we were taken in speedboats to the anchored ship in Halong Bay. And soon thereafter, we were seated in the dining area for the initial briefing by the captain. This can best be described as edutainment, given Bruce Panda, a captain's easy ability to find humor with utmost ease. And by the way, I'm serious about his name. The briefing done, we were served a great lunch. A point here for vegetarians. The cruise had doubly checked on our vegetarian preferences and made sure we were more than compensated for not taking non-vegetarian food. Even as the meal was on, I could not keep my eye off the windows. Each passing limestone outcrop and its distinct identity, despite numerous brothers from the same mother, instinctively made one reach out for the camera. Lunch over, we rushed to the rooms. As a family of 4, we tend to spend most time together till bedtime. So the choice was to take a room with a great open area and a splendid view, and the other with a balcony but relatively limited space. And as we entered the space, it was wow. The reactions will probably say it all. The first half an hour went by just clicking photos and taking videos. I dare say, there's little doubt that some social media accounts must have been updated in this time frame. For the viewer, the question arises, is it worth paying extra for this view and space? I wanted to go out of the way to make some parts of the trip special. This was one of those. So for me, it certainly was worth it. Incidentally, this was called the honeymoon suite. Why am I telling you this? I will share that a little later, as it ended up becoming a source of shared joy and embarrassment both. At 3:30 we changed and were off for kayaking. My daughter and I were one team and my son and wife the other. What a great experience it was to be able to feel the water surface, beaches and rocky outcrops up close. And fun too, especially if one was not used to kayaking and had not done it in the past. After the initial confusion, it was easy to handle the small boats and we could make good distance with ease. A quick shower and a change of clothes later, the sunset presented some beautiful and, if I may add, poetic sights that evening, notwithstanding the absence of Emily Dickinson or Rabindranath Tagore. The wonderful dinner brought us to the close of the day, with shimmering lights of ships anchored for the night making for a pretty picture ready to say goodnight. But hold on, the honeymoon thing is still left. After the meal, a series of announcements were accompanied by cakes. It was all fine till the time it was to celebrate the birthdays of some folks. But when a call was made for the occupants of the honeymoon suite, we were under the spotlight. A love song followed, calls for a dance, etc. etc. Oh God, was it embarrassing? But sweet of the management nonetheless to make this special gesture. Thank you guys. A lovely morning welcomed us with Tai Chi classes at 6:30, which I dutifully missed. But I did get the sunrise photographs instead. The local people were already on the way rowing about the calm waters, moving around with provisions for sale. Breakfast, and then we were taken for rowing in boats in the Lanha Bay, which is far quieter and peaceful as compared to the Halong Bay area. We kept our eyes peeled out for the white monkeys we were told would be visible, but they probably realized that they had better things to do than entertain us. Justifiable, I would say. So again, is the cruise worth it? And the answer is, if you can afford it, yes, do take it. The leisure, privacy and quality, including all the meals that the cruise offers, a day outing simply cannot. It is an experience that is worth having. However, do take your time in selecting the cruise company. Read the reviews carefully and make a reasoned choice. If you have any specific queries regarding this cruise or anything more generic, do shoot a comment and I will try and reply. Enjoy your next holiday. Until then, goodbye.